It's weave time. It's time for a tutorial about how to put in clip-in hair extensions and then how to use the clipless curling iron. So today I have these clip-in hair extensions from Sally's Beauty Supply. They were about $75. I know that seems expensive, but it's real hair, and that's something that you might want to take into consideration whenever you're purchasing hair extensions. It's good to get the real hair because it actually curls a lot better than the synthetic hair, and it just looks better. So what you're going to get when you get one of these boxes of hair extensions is about 9 pieces. You're going to get a lot of little small pieces with just 1 or 2 clips on the weft, and that's what they're called. Each one of these is called a weft. Some weave knowledge for you. And you're going to get about 3 very long wefts, okay? So the longer ones, and I'm not talking about longer in length, I'm talking about like across, there's going to be one really long one, then one that comes a little shorter, and then another one. So these are the main wefts that are going to go kind of more towards the bottom, the middle, and then skimming the top of your hair or your head. So what I'm going to do is take the longest one. They're already unclipped, and what I normally do is just take my fingers and go around kind of the bottom row that I'm going to clip them in. Normally I would have like a clip and you can just clip your hair up and do it easily, but I couldn't find mine. So I take the middle one first and just kind of find your hairline, and then all you do is just clip it in. It's very easy to do. I mean, once you kind of get skilled at this, you can do this whole process in about like 5 minutes at the most. Okay. So now you can kind of see where my real hair ends and where the extension goes down to. Now it's important to make sure you're filling in empty areas, because you don't want to have any sort of area where it's like you see the drop off from your real hair. Okay, sorry, that was a technical glitch. You don't want to see any drop off from your real hair to the extension. Okay, so next we're going to take the next weft, and then just right above where I just clipped one in, we're going to do another one. And just like last time, I start in the middle and just clip it in. It's very easy. Right now we're just building the base. We're going to take the smaller pieces and kind of fill it in momentarily. So now we're left with these 2 wefts that are about similar in size, and I'm going to put those kind of right here on the sides. So I'm going to take this side, clip it in. Okay. And you can actually dye these hair extensions. You can highlight them. I mean, you could really do whatever you wanted to with them. I was going to get mine dyed after I had my hair highlighted a couple of weeks ago, but it ended up, matching pretty well without having to highlight the actual hair extensions. That one clipped in and clipped out. Ugh, okay. So I have the base in right now, and when you brush the extensions, you kind of want to make sure you hold the top and then brush so that they don't like come flying out. So right now, you can kind of tell, looks kind of skanky, but not really. This is the part where we're going to go in and add in the supplemental pieces that are like the 1 clippers. And I'm going to give them a quick brush through. Okay. These I like to add in just kind of at the top of the scalp. Just maybe one here. There's no like system to it. You just kind of start clipping in everywhere that, there's a space missing, or, somewhere that looks really bad. And it's just a lot of trial and error with hair extensions. I've been wearing clip-in hair extensions since I was like a sophomore in college. I had the Paris Hilton ones, so I used to wear those all the time. And then more recently, I just kind of forgot about them, and then I was like, wow, I gotta get some more clip-in extensions. Okay, got them all in. I mean, it looks okay. Because I literally just let my hair air dry from the shower. So if I were just going to clip them in like this, I mean, they might look okay, but you can obviously kind of tell like where they're sticking out. The important part is to do some kind of curling. Now you can either roll your hair or you can use a curling iron or whatever, but the curling effect really kind of makes it blend together more. So I recently purchased this Milano, whatever, clipless curling iron. This is like the new hot thing in Hollywood. Curling irons that do not have a clip. It's very hot. This thing is like 104 degrees. And it comes with this awesome glove that you put on so that you don't burn yourself. So... Shut up! Hush! Sorry, that happens all the time. Every time I do a video, my dogs think that they need to speak. Alright. Now this thing I'm still kind of learning because I've only used it one time. And the methods that I've seen on like YouTube and such kind of start out with like one piece. And I actually need to put the glove on my other hand. I guess they need to give you two gloves, really, if they were really wanting you to be safe. Okay. You're going to take one piece, point it down, and kind of just wrap your hair around it. Just twirl it around. And you kind of hold it with the glove. And I watched a YouTube video where some girl did this in like 5 minutes, and the first time I did it, it took me like 25, so I guess you kind of get better and acquire the skill the more you do it. I mean, that's not too bad. So you do... I really don't want to burn myself because I don't have a mirror. I'm just using this photo booth thing. You just go around and do like 3 or 4 pieces on each side and kind of hold it with the glove. And then pull it out. So it's actually doing a lot better today than it did the last time I tried to do it. I think it's because I've let it heat up for longer. Because it's been on for about 10 minutes. And it gets really, really hot too. So you want to be very careful. I mean, you could easily burn yourself, burn your neck, chin, whatever with this thing. And then you just kind of slide it out gradually. So that's one side. And, you know, see how fast that was? I mean, oh, I gotta switch the glove. I think once I get good at this, I could probably do this process in about, 10 minutes. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, maybe the glove needed to stay. This is so freaking confusing. I just wish they would have given me 2 gloves. I'm just gonna have to use one of my own. Okay. So we're gonna take it in and then around and hold. Now you could technically like go the other way where you curl kind of up and in, but I want to have that like swooping bang, and I don't want it all to be curled. Like I don't want the prom spiral curl, so we're going for more of a Kardashian kind of soft wave look. And there's that. Now that piece didn't do so well. We'll probably have to go back over that. I mean, I'm doing this whole side in just 2 pieces, so it's actually a pretty quick and efficient process. And I think what I'm going to have to end up doing is just doing my layers separately because I think that's what didn't curl. Just these layers right here, which they don't really need to be curled all that much, just maybe for like a couple seconds. And oh well. I mean, y'all get the idea. It's a little messy right now because I'm obviously doing it into a computer and not a mirror, but and I like to part in the middle when I go for this look because that's what the celebrities do. So there it is. Extensions are in. I use the clipless curling iron and it's a very easy, quick look. And as you can see, you really can't tell that the extensions are in. The only way you could tell is if you literally like lifted up your hair and pointed it out to someone. But other than that, people do not notice. See, you can see it right there. And they're really easy to take out. All you do is unclip and pull. And there it is. So that is it. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. This was a very quick tutorial. So if you have any additional questions, let me know. It's unbelievable.